Shakuni sends a message to King Shalwa, a dear friend of Shishupal, and persuades him into attacking Dwaraka and Indraprastha. As Krishna is not in Dwaraka at the moment and the Pandavas will soon visit Hastinapur, and will left Indraprastha unguarded, he convinces him that it's the right time to get his revenge for Shishupal's death. Duryodhana asks Dhritarashtra to invite the Pandavas and their wife to Hastinapur as a gesture of friendship and stop their infighting, but this was all Shakuni's plan for revenge. Dhritarashtra invites the Pandavas to Hastinapur, and Yudhishthira was quite happy about this. He thought that finally all the Kuru princes can live in peace, but everyone else was a bit skeptical about this, but this was their chance to meet their mother after a long time, so they decided to go anyway. At this time a message from Dwaraka reaches Indraprastha, that King Shalwa has attacked Dwaraka. Sri Krishna already suspected this, and knew this was Shakuni's plan to separate him from the Pandavas. But his people are in danger, so as the king of Dwaraka he doesn't have any other choice but to leave for Dwaraka. Before leaving, Sri Krishna warns Yudhishthira that he should always remember that the meaning of dharma can change according to circumstances, and he should always consider that in his mind. He also speaks with Arjuna and Panchali and bids them farewell. And finally he meets up with Karna and tells him that Indraprastha was created by the divine architect of gods Vishwakarma, and it's capable of protecting itself from enemy attacks. And tells him that no matter what happens he should never leave his wife and brothers alone in a lion's den, and leaves for Dwaraka. Karna felt confused on hearing Sri Krishna's words. After Sri Krishna left, the Pandavas and Panchali also leaves for Hastinapur. After they reached Hastinapur, Shakuni sends a message to the King Shalwa. King Shalwa sends a part of his army to attack Indraprastha. This message reaches the Pandavas, and they decide to go back to Indraprastha to defend their kingdom. But Shakuni tells to Yudhishthira that King Dhritarashtra is equal to their own father Pandu, so leaving his banquet he arranged in the middle would be disrespect to him, and tells him that why all the Pandavas needs to go to fight as only one of them would be more than enough to beat a bunch of armies on their own, and who is more capable than the chief of the army Karna. Even if the other army has demons with them it will be easy for Karna to defeat. Duryodhana also supports this, and with Duryodhana's persuasion Dhritarashtra also tells them to send Karna. But Karna didn't want to leave his brothers and wife, and Sri Krishna's words also echoes in his mind. But Yudhishthira convinces him to go to Indraprastha. Kunti also tells Karna that he shouldn't disrespect King Dhritarashtra's wishes. Panchali wishes him for a victory and tells him that she knows he will defeat their enemies and be back before dawn. Karna feels uneasy in his heart seeing her. Before leaving he asks his brothers that something doesn't feels right, and no matter what happens they should protect Panchali with their lives. The brothers teases Karna a bit for his love for Panchali, and assures him that we are also her husbands and he shouldn't worry, because as long as they are alive no one will touch Panchali. After hearing this he leaves for Indraprastha. Shakuni planned this to happen all along, and he also knows that Sri Krishna and Karna will win their battles and he has to complete his plans before Karna comes back. Shakuni prepares for his next move, and organizes a game of dice. As the original story, Yudhishthira loses everything in the dice game, even his own wife. And with Krishna's divine intervention Draupadi was saved from being disgraced and disrobed. And the Kauravas tells the Pandav to go for Vanavas, to live in forest, for 13 years, and Ajnatavasa, to live without anyone finding out their true identity, for 1 year, and after that, he would give them back their possessions, but if they gets found out by anyone during that last 1 year, they will have to repeat the process again. Karna defeated the enemies and reaches Hastinapur at this time, but what he saw was beyond his beliefs. Their brothers stripped off of their glory, his wife crying and in rage. He couldn't understand what happened. Shakuni and Duryodhana teases him and explains what happened. Karna couldn't control his anger and equips his bow, preparing to kill all the Kauravas right there. Shakuni tells to Karna that he can't do that now, as Yudhishthira also bet his brother's weapons as well in the dice game. Hearing this, Karna couldn't control himself and lashes onto Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir asks him for forgiveness. He tells him it's not him he should apologizes to, and asks his brothers, how could they let this happen to Panchali? Bhishma also apologizes to Karna, but he couldn't understand why something like this would happen in the presence of someone like him. The Pandavas vows that they will take revenge for what happened to them and their wife there. But Karna didn't spoke anything and left to the forest along with others. He now knows what Sri Krishna's words meant. In the forest, Sri Krishna meets with the Pandavas. Sri Krishna is also displeased and angry towards the Pandavas, and speaks with them harshly. They apologizes to him as well. After, he spoke with Karna, who didn't talk with anyone after that incident. He only asked Panchali to forgive him and his brothers as they couldn't protect her. Krishna comforts Karna, but Karna tells Sri Krishna that in some way he was responsible for all this. If he had taken the throne of Indraprastha as Sri Krishna suggested, something like this wouldn't have happened. Sri Krishna also told him not to leave his brothers and wife, but he still did. So he feels that all of this was his fault, and doesn't know what to do. Sri Krishna comforts him and tells him that, when someone is confused and searching for answers, the best person to ask for help is their teacher, and suggests him to meet with Parashurama. But Karna says that Parashurama is angry with him and will not see him. But Krishna still insists that he go and see Guru Parashuram. As per Sri Krishna's suggestion, Karna leaves to see Guru Parashuram. Krishna also speaks with Arjuna and tells him to attain the Pashupathastra, a very destructive and divine arrow of Lord Shiva. And Arjuna leaves to pray to Lord Shiva for the Pashupathastra. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.